go beyond cold statistics and provide a keen and touching insight into the TV generation. TV Guide.
4th of July, of course, is notorious for heavy traffic fatalities. And
Ford used the occasion to deliver a speech on individual freedoms.
This 4th is starting out no differently. So far, across this country, there have been 120 traffic deaths and 30 drownings since the start of the holiday.
Well, to some people, the 4th of July just wouldn't be the same without fireworks, and most fire officials agree.
Only 10,000 people turned up at Independence Hall in Philadelphia, where the United States actually declared its nationhood. At the hall, Bob Hope received the Freedom Medal. So we'll show you how the 4th of July was celebrated around the Bay Area. Whoopee!
Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, members of the press, my fellow Americans. On this Independence Day, 1975, the American spirit is uncertain. We have seen in this decade an unworthy war. We have seen political scandal. Now we are seeing economic turmoil. From these has come not only the dangerous condition of our country, but a pervasive doubt of our ability to correct it. I believe we can find solutions in our origins. Our nation grew from a revolution against political tyranny. Our forefathers threw out a distant alien government. Now we must finish that revolution by replacing the structure of economic privilege and by throwing out the alien tyranny of the war makers and the money makers. What has gone wrong with America is not a random visitation of fate. It is the result of forces which have assumed control of the American system. Economic royalists, as oppressive as the Crown 200 years ago. These forces are militarism, monopoly, and the mass media. Television, because of its technology and the way it must be used, can only produce autocratic political forms, hierarchies, and hopeless alienation. Mass media monopolies control people by their control of information. In our vast society, it is virtually impossible to escape the influence of commercial advertising. And who can deny that we are a nation addicted to television and the constant flow of media? And not a few of us are frustrated by this addiction. Now I ask you, my fellow Americans, haven't you ever wanted to put your foot through your television screen? Today, there stand before us two media matadors, brave young men from Ant Farm, who are about to go forth into the unknown. And let me say this, these artists are pioneers. They are pioneers as surely as were Lewis and Clark when they explored uncharted territory. They are pioneers as surely as Armstrong and Aldrin when they set foot on the moon. They do this not from self-interest, but intuitively as an act of patriotism. They do this not for themselves alone, but for all Americans. And I believe they are by this act reiterating a most cherished and deeply felt belief that the greatest statements about this great country of ours are heartfelt by individuals and never prearranged by a committee. And so, my fellow Americans, let me say this finally about Media Burn. The world may never understand what was done here today, but the image created here shall never be forgotten. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck, y'all. Good luck.